Let us start with arrays. We have already seen about the C introduction, the C variables, C constants, the keywords, identifiers, as well as the input and output statements, many more. If structure, that is the decision making and branching statements, that is as a selection statements. The switch statement is also selection statement. And then we have seen the iteration statements, that is looping statements in C. Now we have to turn towards the arrays in C. Let us start with the arrays. This is a particularly the arrays in C. How we can say the arrays in C will be used? We should know that we have been used already in the program the number of variables. The number of variables we have seen in the C program, that we are declaring the variables A, B, C, D, or any other variables, and we are initializing, or we are just calculating, manipulating on those variables. But there are some needs when we are using the number of variables, the number of list of items, and those items will be used for any purpose. For example, if I say that you have different heights, there are 60 students from our class, and the height of each student we have to note, we have to mention in somewhere in the notebook. Maybe there are some, or you are having the 60 roll numbers, every roll number, the 60 roll numbers, maybe there are 100 and 200 students in one class. How you can say that all these students roll number will be stored in variables? So how many variables we have to declare? 200 variables, 100 variables, or 1000 variables, 10,000 variables? No, it is not possible. So there may we use the array. Here, what is this array? An array is a collection of similar data items stored at contiguous memory locations. What is this array? This is a collection of similar data items. What is this similar data items? See, here is one example. One example having, there are a number of items. This is 40, 55, 63, 17, 22, 68, 89, 97, 89. These are the numbers which are listed in one list. And if we want to store these all items, that similar data type of similar data items, we have to use the concept of array. The concept of array, we have to used there, and it can be stored in contiguous memory locations. Contiguous memory locations which are available in memory. And these elements can be accessed randomly using the indices of an array. What are the indices? You can see just at the right hand side, this lower level, the list started from 0, that is called as the array indices. You can see here, what is the length of this array? The length of this array is 9, and the first index is 0, and the last index is 8. So these all items, these all numbers are stored in contiguous memory locations, and collectively you can say this has having similar data items. Those are similar data items and stored in contiguous memory locations randomly using the indices of an array. See here, array indices are there. See here, they can be used to store collection of primitive data types, for example integer, float, double, or character of any particular type. See, what we can say, this is a list of numbers having integer data, isn't it? We can say that this is an integer data types, and the list is having, there are 9 numbers. So to add to it an array in C or C++, even though in C++ the same thing we can do it, this can be stored derived data type. This array is also called as a derived data type. This is not a basic data type. What are the basic data type in C language? Integer, float, double, and character. Those are the basic data type. But here array is a derived data type, and there are some different derived data type. For example, structure, pointers, and functions, and file handling, which we are going to see in our next sessions. But just this is a pictorial representation of an array. This is a pictorial representation having, there are 9 data elements in one array. In second example, here we can just, this is a second example, this is first example, you can say. And what are the data items? There are 5 data items which are stored in contiguous memory locations. What are those numbers which are stored in this contiguous memory locations? 2, 8, 7, 6, and 0. These are the numbers, but we have to store these all numbers in computer's memory in a contiguous memory locations, and this is called as an array. The array is defined as a num. Array is defined as a num, that is the name of array is a num. So num array having 5 capacity of 5 numbers, and those all numbers are already stored here. Which is this 2? This is element 1. 8 is element 2. 7 is element 3. 6 is element 4, and 0 is element 5. But all these numbers are stored on which locations? num0, num1, num2, num3, and num4. So there are 5 memory locations: num0, num1, num2, num3, and num4. So those are called as 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 are called as array indices. On the above example, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 are called as array indices. and actual numbers which are stored in the array are 40, 55, 63, 17, 22, 68, 89, 97 and 89. So all these are the numbers which are stored in that particular locations, which are called as a contiguous memory locations. So what is array? Array in C is a collection of similar data type items. Yes, similar in the sense these all numbers are of integer data type. These 2, 8, 7, 6, 0 are also having integer data type, but you can store integer, float, double and characters. So all these array structures, pointers, files, functions are called as a derived data type. So array is a derived data type. See here, this is a derived data type. This is called as a derived data type. This is not a simple data type or basic data type. Array is a particularly derived data type, and this is a particularly a collection of similar data items stored at contiguous memory locations. Okay, let us see the next. Why we need these arrays? For example, you can say if we use the normal variables v1, v2, v3 and so on, how many number of variables we can store, or you can declare in C language? Any number of variables you can declare. Then we have a small number of objects, but if we want to store a large number of instances, in the sense is large number of list of numbers, it becomes very difficult to manage them with the normal variables. So for example, if we start with the v1, v2, v3 and so on, how many numbers we can store in these type of variables? So there are 10,000 variables we have to declare. How we can say v10,000, v11,000? No. So the idea of an array is to represent many instances in one variable. So what is that one variable? This is very important. This is, we can do it in one variable. So just you can say this is an array declaration. So this is a array declaration. Here you can say this is an array declaration in C. What is that? This is integer a of 3. So this is a is written, a is array name, array name. This is called as an array name. You can just array name. I have to write on this board. This is data type. We have to declare data type. And 3, what is this 3? This is indices. How many numbers in this array? There are 3 numbers. For example, these are 3 numbers which are actually written the values of this array A. See here another example, integer A3 is equal to, in curly bracket, written as a 1, 2 and 3. This is the initialization of an array. What is that? 3 values are already declared. 3 values are already declared, and those values are in contiguous memory locations. These are in contiguous memory locations. Also, here one array A3 is written, declared. In this array, there are 1, 1 and 1, 3 items are there, 3 elements are there, and that is stored on contiguous memory locations. Here, one array is declared, but it does not having any number in that. See here, there is no any number. So all these memory locations are considered to be 0. The next, that is A3 is declared here, but having only one value. Only one value is a 0. So it will be stored on the first location. That will be stored on first location. So 0 and 0 does not having any numbers, and those are the blank numbers. But it can be considered that because this is array integer, so all the remaining locations will be considered as 0. Here, just see, this is the one of the example. Integer A3, there are 3 memory locations. A is a variable name, or you can say array name. Array name A will considered, that is a 1. 1 is a element. Only one element is in this array. So where it is stored? This is stored at the first location. See here, this is at the first location, and the rest of two items are actually stored as a 0. Okay, so this is also one of the example, because see, all these arrays on this, you can just, this is a first size of location, and it is considered that A3s are having different values, but this 2 and 3, these arrows says that the declarations are initialized. See here, every element in this array is declared and initialized. It is initialized to every location. What is this in 4? You don't get more and more conditions. Say integer A3 is equal to, in braces 0.1 is equal to 3. What is that? The number of 0, 1 and 2. There are only 3 locations. 0th locations will be 3. First location will be 3. Here 0 and 1 location is equal to 3. And what is the last location? Last location is not having any value, so it is only 0. It is only 0. That is considered to be, this is a blank value, so consider that it is an integer array, so that you can say there is only a 0 value. What is this? Is integer A, the size of array is not declared here. A, the blank bracket is there. So what is that? How you can say this is? You can say in curly bracket something is declared. What is declared? 0.1 is equal to 3. What is that? The location 1 and location 0 and location 1 are having the value 3. So 3 value is just stored on 0th location and 1th location. This is the location. This is the indexes. See what I have written, this 0 index and 1 index. So in both indexes we have written the value 3 and 3. So this is the array declaration. So this is particularly a pointer array declaration. We have just, we don't get into more details. We shall try later on. Okay, so this is an array declaration. Let us see the next. You can just, how we can declare the array. To declare an array in C, the programmer particularly specifies the type of the elements. So the type of the elements. What is the type of the elements? And the number of elements, type of the element, and number of the elements required by an array as follows. For example, what is that? This is the syntax. This is syntax. What is this? Data type, then array name and array size. Data type, array name and array size. So this is called as a single dimensional array, or you can say one dimensional array. This is also called as a single dimensional array, which is this one. Type array name in bracket array size. What we have declared, for example, integer a three. What is that? Integer, this is a data type. Array name is a is a array name, and array size is a 3. See here, this is the size of this array 3, and at the last we have to place the semicolon. Okay, this is called as a, this declaration in C language is called as a single dimensional array or one dimensional array. Okay, the array size must be integer constant greater than 0, and type can be any valid C data type. What are the data types in C? Integer, float, double, character, which are the basic data types. So you can specify any data type for your declaration of array. For example, to declare a 10 element array called a balance of type double, type in the sense data type, type double, use the following statement. What is that statement? Double balance 10. What is this 10? There are 10 numbers. The array name, this is the array name, balance is the array name, and this is the data type. So data type, array name, in bracket array size. What is the array size? This is 10. What are the numbers now in this array? How many numbers are there? There are 10 numbers. Maybe the balance in our bank account, which is stored here. For example, how many balances are there? 10 balances. So 10 accounts are having 10 balances. Let us see. For example, one account is having 2000 is a balance. The next account may be having 5000 is a balance, and so on. See here, how many number of, there will be 10 number of. So first balance is a 0th, second balance is 1, third balance will be 2, and so on up to 9. So 0 to 9 is 10, and these all balances will be stored in the particularly in this balance named array. So 10 balances, 10 numbers. What are those numbers? Maybe 2000, 5000, 10,000, whatever, 4000, anywhere, anyway, 10 numbers will be get stored. Okay, so that is how to declare the arrays. So array can be declared with the data type, the array name, and the array size. Okay, so those all will be done with the data type, array name, and array size. We have just already declared in our last slide, that is the integer a three. This is our declaration. Integer is our data type. A is an array name. You can declare B also. You can declare B also. But at a time only A or B, or you can say sum. You can declare anything. Sum having 5 values. This is integer, for example. You can declare anything. Integer sum 5. How many values are in this array? 5. How many values are in this array? A, 3. Both are having integer data type, but you can declare any valid data type, maybe integer, maybe float, maybe character, maybe double. So for example, we have declared 10 element array called balance of data type double having 10 elements. See here, there are 10 elements, and those values are stored in the bracket. Okay, just this is declaration of arrays. We can just now moving ahead. This is the initialization of arrays. And also we can declare the array and we can initialize the values. We can initialize the values. So there are some various types in which we can declare an array, and it can be done by specifying its type and size by initializing it or both. So what is that? Let us see. We have to specify its type and size, and we can initialize it. What we can initialize? Array we can initialize. See here, array declaration by specifying size. You can just see here, integer array1 10. There are 10 values of array1. Array1 is a array name. Integer is a data type. 10 is the size. In recent C and C++ versions, we can also declare an array of user specified size. For example, how many you can declare the size? Integer n is equal to 10. For example, we can declare n, the value of n is an integer, and n is equal to 10. 10 in the sense n will be having 10 values, and here we have declared integer array2 in bracket n. So what is the value of n? The value of n is a 10. Okay. Now this is the array declaration by initializing the items or elements. Initializing the elements, array declaration by initializing the elements. See here, array, we have not specified the array size, but we are declaring there are 4 values, 10, 20, 30 and 40. Compiler creates an array of size 4. What is the size of this array? ARR is the array name, integer is the type. So declaration of this array is done here, but we have not specified the array size. So there are 4 values already we have declared. At the last we have to place semicolon. Sorry, by mistake semicolon is not specified, but you can say here in this statement, compiler creates an array of size 4. What are the values? 10, 20, 30, 40. Above is same as integer array 4. If you are not declaring, and if only the numbers we have get in, there are 4 numbers, so array size will be taken as 4. Okay, this is the array size taken as a 4. This is, see, these are the comments. These statements are comments. This is not executable statements. These are only comments in C and C++. Comment in C is also given by this You can give any message here, and at the last then again star and slash. So this is a comment line. This is also comment line, but it is available in C++. Using the elements. See here, array declared by specifying the size and initializing the elements. Array 6 is equal to 10, 20, 30 and 40. The size of array is declared as a 6. What about the next two values? There are no values. There are no values. But we have declared integer array having 6 values, and we only just given initialized only 4 values. So what will happen? So in this example, this array will get into touch the last values, that the 5th value and 6th value will be taken as a 0. This is first, second, third, fourth, 5th and 6th. But always array indices all will be always start from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So there are 6 values. 0 to 5, that is 6 values. So what will happen here? Compiler creates an array of size 6, initializes first 4 elements, that is 10, 20, 30, 40 as specified the user, and rest 2 elements as 0. Above in the same as, see here, array without any specification of size, and 10, 20, 30, 40, see here 0 and 0. Last 2 elements will be 0, 0. So how we can just see here, how we can write here? You just discard this, then 40, then 0, comma 0, and this is the curly bracket. Okay, so this is a particularly array of 6 elements. This is the name of the array. ARR is the name of this array. Sakshi, you don't write anything. Okay, so there are 6 elements. Sakshi Deshmukh, you don't write on the screen. Okay, this is called as a initialization of array. Initialization in the sense, all the array elements will be specified as the constant values. These are 10, 20, 30, 40. 6 elements are there, 10, 20, 30, 40, 0 and 0. Okay, now next. What are the advantages and disadvantages of arrays in C? Let us see the advantages. The random access of elements using array index. This is called as a random access of elements using array index. Index we have written that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 in our last example. That is called as the random access. Use of less line of code as it creates a single array of multiple elements. How many elements may be in the array? Any number of elements you can declare. Okay, then is easy access to all these elements. You can access easily all these elements in C. Traversal through the array becomes easy using a single loop. You can use the single loop statement for array elements, maybe for the scanning of these elements or printing of that elements. Sorting becomes very easy and it can be accomplished by writing less line of code. Less line of codes we can write for the sorting of arrays. What are the disadvantages of an array in C and C++? C, it allows a fixed number of elements to be entered, which is decided at the time of declaration. So fixed number of elements we can declare. Unlike a linked list, an array in C is not dynamic. Inserting and deletion of elements can be costly since the elements are needed to be managed in accordance to the new memory allocation. Okay, we can our time is over. You can just again join with the same link on given on our meeting. Okay, we can just stop here, but again you can join. We are continuing. Okay, again we can join because it is going to stop this meeting. Again you can join with the same link.